Ever found yourself staying up late and thinking, I wonder what it's like inside a serial killer's head? We're fascinated by the minds of psychopaths because they seem so different from our own. But what if I told you that some of the very traits that make a psychopath so effective at what they do are actually traits we all possess? It's a controversial idea, but stick with me. We're not talking about a diagnosis. We're talking about a sliding scale of human characteristics. Today, we're breaking down 5 of the most common psychopathic traits and showing you how, in a different context, they can be used for extraordinary good. When we think of a psychopath, we often picture someone charming. Ted Bundy used his charisma to disarm his victims. He was smooth, confident, and able to create an immediate connection. This trait, in its darkest form, is used for manipulation and deception. It's about making people trust you so you can exploit them. But what is charisma, really? It's the ability to make people feel comfortable, to inspire confidence, and to make them want to follow you. In the world of business, this is the CEO who can rally their team around a seemingly impossible vision. It's the entrepreneur who can convince investors to take a chance on a new idea. It's the leader who makes you feel seen and heard. When driven by good intentions and empathy, this same powerful ability to connect with people can build movements, create jobs, and change the world. It's not an evil trait, it's a tool. Serial killers are often known for their meticulous planning and unyielding persistence. They can become completely fixated on a goal, whether it's stalking a victim or covering their tracks. They are not easily distracted and will pursue their objective for months or even years. This is a terrifying level of single-minded determination. But what happens when you apply that same laser-like focus to a positive goal? Think about the world's most successful athletes, artists, or innovators. Their ability to shut out distractions and work tirelessly on a single project for years is what sets them apart. J.K. Rowling worked on the first Harry Potter book for 6 years, rejected by multiple publishers, but she never gave up. This unshakable persistence is the engine of human achievement. It's what allows us to finish a marathon, write a novel, or build a company from the ground up. A core characteristic of many psychopaths is a striking lack of fear. The parts of their brain that process fear signals are often underactive. This allows them to commit dangerous, high-risk acts without the normal sense of dread or anxiety. For a criminal, this can mean a terrifying recklessness. But for the rest of us, this trait is seen in people who can remain cool under pressure. Think about a first responder rushing into a burning building, a surgeon performing a complex operation, or a soldier in combat. These individuals can't afford to be paralyzed by fear. Their ability to remain calm and objective in a crisis is a life-saving skill. It's the difference between freezing up and taking action when it matters most. Fearlessness, when combined with a strong moral code, is a form of courage. Psychopaths can be incredibly impulsive, acting on a whim without considering the consequences. For them, this often leads to reckless and violent behavior. The inability to think through the long-term impact of their actions can be destructive. However, a healthy dose of impulsivity is what we call risk-taking, and risk-taking is essential for innovation and progress. Every great inventor, entrepreneur, and artist had to take a leap of faith. They had to be willing to try something that might not work. They jumped into the unknown, not out of malice, but out of a burning desire to create something new. It's what allowed Steve Jobs to introduce the first iPhone, or an artist to create a new form of expression. Without it, we would never break out of the status quo. The most chilling trait of a psychopath is their emotional detachment, or lack of empathy. They can view other people as objects, which allows them to cause pain without feeling any remorse. They are emotionally disconnected from the suffering they inflict. But in a different context, this trait can be a professional superpower. It's the ability to make rational decisions without being clouded by emotion. Think of a judge who must remain impartial, a hostage negotiator who has to stay calm and objective, or a surgeon who needs to focus on the task at hand and not get emotionally overwhelmed. The ability to separate your personal feelings from a problem can lead to some of the most level-headed and fair outcomes in the world. It's what allows us to be objective when the situation calls for it. So, what's the real takeaway here? It's not about being like a psychopath. It's about recognizing that these powerful human traits are not inherently evil. They are tools. It's the intent behind how we use them that makes all the difference. The very same characteristic that can be a destructive force can also be a driving force for good. Now I'm curious, which of these 5 traits do you think is your personal superpower? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe and hit the notifications bell to watch similar content on a daily basis. Thank you for watching.